We are live, believe it or not. It's almost 10:30 in the evening Eastern time. We're talking NASCAR. Of course we are. It is Daytona. I'm your host, Greg DePalma. And that man is CJ Radoon, getting ready to hop on a plane and maybe never get back.
I hope I come back at some point. I'm surprised I'm still awake right now.
Yeah, especially with the race the way it's going, right?
It's been an interesting race. I mean, the giant crash before the end of stage one, and then a bunch of other stupid little small things. It's been an interesting one, that's for sure.
All right. So, hey, I'll be like one of the analysts. Hey, look at Austin Dillon. He's going to win a second race in a row.
People automatically count him out, say that he can't advance from the first round, but he's really been improving. And we think he's going to win about 5 races once we get into the playoffs.
Well, let's see if we can start with 2.
Yes.
All right. So let's see. I saw that Blaney got screwed by Chastain on the pit stop just before.
Yeah.
So he lost a bunch of track position, including being able to hook up with Joey, who's up at the front now.
Yeah, and Blaney's back at the back. He took extra fuel just before this last caution ended so that he wouldn't have to play the fuel save game throughout and would be able to run hard all the way through, but nonetheless, right there at the back of the field.
Okay. Still a lot of cars out there, except, of course, you see all those outs. Hocevar was the last one to go out. What happened with Hocevar? What did he, engine blow or something?
Yeah, engine catastrophic failure. He was just going down the track at one point, and just when he came back into camera, a bunch of sparks shot out the bottom, and then a lot of smoke out of the exhaust pipes, and coasted around to a stop.
Okay, so anyway, we are live. We have about, as you can see there, about 45 minutes to go. Now, let's paint the picture here because this is important. It's 10:30, and the radar says that rain could be an issue by 11 o'clock. But that forecast, that radar has been playing mind tricks all day. And do you have the volume on, CJ?
Barely.
Okay, because I won't. So if you're going to pick up anything, you'll have to do it because we did not hear them talk about the weather at all. I don't know if anybody out there watching live. And by the way, you're watching live. You want to throw in your 2 cents, by all means do it. But I don't think we heard mention the weather at all.
No. I'm trying to think it. No, they only talked about it in terms of qualifying and washing or lightning canceling qualifying yesterday. Then the impacts in Xfinity, they haven't said anything about the potential for it tonight since they got going, I guess.
Let me go ahead and pop that up here. I'm going to minimize the race. Okay. So this is from the Weather Channel. I don't know which one you get. So, all right. So here we are. Now, as of right now, at this time, as you see, there's nothing here. But that doesn't mean at 11 o'clock, it's not going to pop up because it will. So here it goes. Boom. Okay, now it looks like it's moved a little bit later. So let's hope that's the case. Let's move it back. So right about 11 o'clock, there is a little bit of precipitation there. It's not a lot, but I don't know if I can trust this anyway, the way that it's been all day. And let's see. Okay, just moved it up a little. It's 11:30. It looks like it's, and the good thing is there's no thunder, no lightning. All right, and then close to 12. So it looks like as long as they get away with that initial blots that we saw close a little after 11, we might get through this.
Looks to me like they're going to get done. So I guess the question would be, like you said, the forecast has been that rain blob has been pushing back all the time. Earlier today, I looked and it was 9 o'clock. By the time the race started, it was more like 10 o'clock. And now we're an hour ago, it was 11. And now it's looking more like a little bit after 11, 11:30. But they only have 38 laps here to go. So depending
Yeah.
on how many cautions, if there's a red flag, something like that, looks to me like they're going to get it done. And again, I don't know how much I can trust that radar, considering
Yep.
it's been moving back all day. So
Do
I think
we
we're
have, does NASCAR on their site, do they have an up to the minute playoff standings deal? Does somebody have that?
not that I'm aware of. They have live standings for the race, but I'm not sure if they've got live standings for the championship.
Okay, so I'm not sure if anybody that's watching knows whether that's the case. Let me see.
Right now, it is the same as we talked about it on Tuesday, with Logano in the lead, and Bowman is out, obviously, as you mentioned, but Reddick's still in there.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not seeing it either. They're just showing me on the website, so I don't know if there's any up to date. Let me see live leaderboard. Let me see what happens when I check that out. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't think we're getting that. No. All right. Figures. It's NASCAR. All right. So Logano is in a good place. Obviously, I still don't see Blaney around. Cindric's out of the race. Priest is in 6th. So really, the story right now, we still have a little ways to go here as far as the playoffs are concerned. I'm not talking about some freaky like Haley winning the race, but Buescher is 5th. Priest is 7th. So those are two that we should really be keeping an eye on at this point.
Yeah, and Buescher is moving up now 3rd. So he's somewhere near the front there inside the top 5 as well. He's another one that could come in and get it done. The RFK cars, again, Ford, as we predicted back on Tuesday, looking very strong as expected. Priest and Keselowski and Buescher, the RFK teammates, looking very strong all day here as well, as long as they can avoid any crashes. Looks like Buescher's now 2nd, right behind Logano, pushing him to the line here.
Yeah, so Buescher, because I don't have an update on points.
Priest coming on the outside. Well, okay, so I think with the point standing, if I'm not mistaken, I think at this point, the only way that
there it is.
Only way that Bowman doesn't get in is if there's a new first-time winner. I think he's got enough points to have clinched as long as there's no first-time winner.
Okay, so Reddick's in, and it's up to Bowman to not have a first-time winner.
Correct.
So it's pretty simple. That's the deal. First-time winner gets the last spot, or Bowman does.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. All right, so that's what we're down to here. And of course, you got Buescher. And so Buescher's in the same position as all these other drivers who are looking for a first win, like Jones and Priest, Haley, Custer. Yeah. So that's what we're seeing on the screen. Gibbs, we were just seeing there. Still don't see Blaney in the picture. We'll see if he can find his way back up here. And of course, you would think we'll get another wreck. I think that's likely. Yeah.
They're 3 wide. I don't.
Yeah. So
if they were single file, maybe not, but they're 3 wide all the way through.
And look, that's the thing that's the only thing that's been a positive about the super speedway racing the last several years. It's not where we want it to be. It's not where it was 10 or 15 years ago when it was at its beauty. But we all know before this, and I guess it was next gen, before next gen, that whole single file crap that we dealt with for like half the race, or even 20 laps to go, 10 laps to go. When are the cars going to move out? We would sit there and drive ourselves crazy. And they don't do that anymore. They're just out there, going crazy like this, 3 wide for the last 30 laps.
Yeah. And this is, head and shoulders above what we had with that. I mean, it was 495 miles in the Daytona 500 of single file racing, exactly as you said, all the way through. But even that was an improvement from what it was before. Do you remember when it was tandems and there were just 2 cars?
Oh, that was, wow.
That was awful.
Yes, that was painful. That's why if I know there's a lot of things to not like about the next gen car, but I think it's ridiculous when you hear people talk about the next gen car like it's been a complete disaster. It's just nonsense.
Yeah.
And I forget who it was. I know it might have been the president on Eric Estep's interview with him earlier this week, which I caught. I believe they talked about that. They talked about how much the president brought up how different things are regarding parity and anybody can win and blah, blah, blah. And he's right. I mean, you would have no Ross Chastain, et cetera, in the NASCAR series with an opportunity to win a championship if it wasn't for the next gen.
Yeah, totally agree. And it's not just super speedways. I mean, super speedways have always been kind of a gamble, and you can get a lot of first-time new winners, etc. But it seems like even on the 1.5-mile ovals, it's much more competitive than it was. It used to be always either Hendrick or Gibbs almost all the time, and now you get Chastain, like you said, you get Josh Berry, who's able to come out and win a race. I saw the comment come through. Eric Jones is up there inside the top 5 here as well. So he's not out of the question. So the parity, I think, is a good thing. The next gen car is definitely working, but NASCAR has now got to stop making dumb decisions like putting the All-Star race at Dover.
You didn't like that, huh?
I hated that.
And that's daytime too, of course, because they don't have lights, right?
They do not have lights. So if they want to run it at night, they're going to have temporary lights. And then I also wonder what it's going to be like in early May at Watkins Glen in northern New York. It's either going to be snowing or it's going to be 80 degrees, one or the other. Not going to be in between.
Okay. So, yes, we're going to get a wreck here at some point. So we'll see what happens when it's all
20.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Eric Jones trying to push the bottom line there. At least they're not 3 wide at this point, so maybe calming down just a little bit.
Oh no, Briscoe's in the lead. I mean, Briscoe's up there.
Up there, yeah.
He's been known this year to do some really bad things up at the front.
Then you got Larson in there, even with Briscoe at this point on a super speedway.
Yeah, this has been what Larson's been able to accomplish the last few years that we talked about the other day, is that he's putting himself in position now, which he never did before. Again, that doesn't mean that he's capable of making the right decisions and being the type of car that you want to hang out with. Right. At this moment, he's just not.
But, I mean, look at where he is right now. He's got so you got Logano in the lead, and then if you look at that top line, you got another forward with Buescher, then you got Larson, and then right behind him you've got Preece and Berry. And I guarantee you that Preece and Berry want to dump Larson as soon as they can and get to the bumper of Buescher up there and have 4 forwards. But then again, right behind those two, I guess you've got Chase Elliott there, but Elliott probably doesn't have many friends. It's better to have Preece and Berry work together to get around Larson here.
Okay, so let's see. Bubba Wallace, by the way, did a great job taking out some really key drivers. I mean, Kyle Busch was in a good position early. He's done. And they went over and over and over the highlight. And not once did they really, really critique Bubba.
Yeah, to me, it looked like he came down and maybe his spotter didn't tell him that Logano was in the middle and Busch was under him, that they were 3 wide. But without question, Wallace came down. And I understand he got a little push from Larson behind, but he still came down even after that and kind of went off the nose of Logano, triggering that wreck. It was not a good move. He said kind of tongue-in-cheek on the interview that he took the blame for it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he meant that or not, or was just saying that people were going to blame him for it. But, I hesitate to second guess anybody, but from the many camera angles that they showed, it looked like Wallace came down.
Things are looking a little hairy there for a second. Something's coming.
It's coming. It's just going to be where and when. Yeah, Briscoe in the lead now. Toyota.
Yep, and remember, Toyota has not. Let's see, what is it? It's been they haven't won in the last 10.
And
It's
Denny
been
Hamlin
since
last one.
yep, yep.
2020.
So, yep, 20,500. And don't forget, we've had 15 straight different drivers win the Coke Zero Sugar 400.
Could be Briscoe.
Which means that drivers that are in contention here are not would not count, and that includes Busher, Dillon, Haley, Jones, and that's it from what I'm seeing on the board right now. But other drivers include that are still in it: Kozlowski, Byron, and Blaney. So if you're one of those drivers and you think that streak's going to continue, well, you ain't winning. So
yeah, Blaney's going to have to start making his way forward. Looks like he's moved up a little bit, but still ways behind. And then you have
it's not the old Daytona.
Nope.
At this point, I can't see it. I can't see him getting to the front unless there's a caution.
It was a pretty strong move from Busher and Logano to somebody in the wall. Who is that?
Oh. Yeah, they're making really radical moves at this point. Oh, who was that?
I think that's 78.
Caution? No caution.
How's that not a caution? He was in the wall. I guess no debris. Okay. I don't know if he's going to make it around. He's turning off.
McLeod. Yeah, he had a chance.
Cody Ware led for a while. SVG led for a while.
22 laps to go. Busher's right there. Jones is right there. Look at that. Second, third, and fourth for a chance. Even Gibbs has moved up to sixth. Priest is in eighth. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 8 need a win. And yet the best one of the bunch is Logano, and he's got the lead.
Yep.
None of these drivers here. Well, we know Jones is good and Haley's good. I mean, really, these are good. Jones, Haley, Busher are good super speedway drivers. Logano is very good, but these are good drivers. So they're all more than capable.
Jones making a move. Busher behind him.
I think one of these times, because they're all so, there you go. There goes Jones. Because they're so desperate to get the lead. Oh, there's the crack. There's the wreck. So they're so desperate to get the lead that, I think that may be where we would get an incident.
Yeah, I think it's going to come at the front. It typically does come at the front. I mean, the big one before the end of stage one came at the front, and we've seen that pretty much every single super speedway race since the next gen car has come out. So it's going to be somebody trying to go for a lead or trying to get in front of one of these lines here.
All right, we're at the 20 lap mark.
Now we got Logano going to play Pied Piper. Nope. Bottom line. Too much strength. Can't stay in front of him.
See, this is where we're going to get a wreck, I think, is Joey keeps with this blocking stuff, and the other drivers are desperate for the lead, and something's going to happen there. That's where, if something happens, that's like you just said, it does seem to always happen in the front in these situations. So Oh, there goes Jones.
Looks like the bottom line's got a lot of momentum right now. The race didn't start that way. The bottom line was slower, but it looks like right now, maybe it's because you got Busher at the front pulling them all, but Jones still very strong up top. Yeah, so who's it going to be at the front that crashes? Is it going to be when Logano is trying to block, or when Jones is making a move, or maybe Haley tries something?
And whatever happens, if there's a wreck, it better not happen on the last lap.
Blaney's still hanging out at the back, too.
Yeah, it's just can't get up front anymore. Those days are over. So let's see. Darlington. Hamlin won the last Darlington race. Byron looked like he dominated that race, but finished second, winning both stages.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a heartbreaker for him.
Other top fives were Bell, Reddick, and Blaney. Busher, Chastain, Kyle. Busher won't be involved. They were. Let's see. Chastain was 7th. Busher was 6th, and Elliott was 8th. So that was the first go around at Darlington. Look at Eric Jones.
Looks like Blaney's moved up, going to try to work up the high line.
See, if I'm Eric Jones, though, no matter what, I am just making sure that I'm cutting in front of Logano every chance. I am not letting Logano in front of me.
I don't know. That bottom line seems to have a lot of momentum. I'm not sure how often he's going to be able to do that.
See, he already let it happen. He had that big gap there, and he already let it happen.
And now Busher and Logano together down at the bottom. That's dangerous for everybody else. AJ.
Who's that?
AJ Allmendinger.
Oh, what happened?
Looks like his engine gave up. I don't see smoke, but just lost power.
Well, he's done.
Yeah.
So they haven't even been able to get back to a third lane here.
No, still 2, all the way back until the very back where you've got 3 trying to hang on. Whoever gets kicked down the middle, that's where you find your third lane.
See, this is what I mean right here. I would not want Logano in this position, and he just did it again. I just wouldn't do it, because Joey was doing it before. I mean, so that's what I would have done. Just not going to allow Joey Logano to. Everyone else, I'd be open to, but not Logano. Okay, so Gibbs is in the scene as well. I think he's now in the top 5. And look at that. You've got Priest hasn't been able to get back into the top 5, but you have consistently, it's like 5 or 6 of these drivers winning you're in are hanging in. Logano's like going to be the ball buster here out of them all. I mean, Alex Bowman is you see how Joe Logano's now able to do this? Bowman, I mean, is just the biggest Logano fan right now. We know that. And he better hope Logano hangs out there, because I think if without Joey Logano, I think another driver is winning this race. A winner your ring guy.
Yeah, I would agree. I was just going to say, it's interesting when you mentioned Priest still kind of hanging out there. He's in the exact same spot as 15 minutes ago. He's still got Elliott behind him. He's still right behind Larson. But it seems like those top 3 or 4 cars are about the only ones that can move around and make moves. It's Jones, Logano, Busher. Oh, there goes Logano.
Yeah, you see, I mean, again, this is the thing with the car. I mean, it's just Even on these super speedways. Oh, are you in? You're in a.
I got to be a couple seconds ahead of you.
What are you watching it on?
I am on NBC.
I mean, where? What kind of service?
Spectrum cable up here.
Okay, you got a cable. Okay, I'm on YouTube.
Gotcha.
Is there a way for you to pause it for like 10 seconds?
Yeah.
I think that's about how long it was. And then when you unpause it, let me know what's going on. So did Eric Jones dump him? Let me see here.
Looks like he just got loose. It doesn't look like.
Oh, yeah. He got loose. Yeah. Did you pause it?
I did.
What are you watching right now?
Just now. And then he tags Busher and spinning replay.
Okay. I'm watching that too.
Okay.
So right now, Right now I'm watching them in slow motion.
Yep.
Okay. We're about there. All right. So now you've got the first two rows are winning you're in. Alex Bowman just threw up.
Yep.
He's got Kyle Larson there. Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 are the winning your ins. And we might not be done yet, especially because of all of these drivers that are winning your in are going to be totally impatient and are going to make things interesting. So we still have another caution or two after this.
Yeah, and interestingly, no damage for Logano. Fresh tires, some fuel, puts back there with his teammate Blaney.
Yeah, but how far back? How many are out there?
Yeah, but if you get more cautions, they're going to be able to work their way up. So we'll see.
But is Blaney like 15th?
At least, yeah. Yeah, he's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, about 15th, maybe 18th, thereabouts.
Yeah, I have like a couple of whenever I advise the viewers to do like, hey, a long shot, put a buck on them, things of that nature. Well, my buck on drivers include who are still in it include Priest, Busher, and Jones. So, I actually was able to put, it's interesting. I was able to put $1 on Ty Dillon at 100-1 on Tuesday. And then the very next day, he went down to 50-1. So a lot of people must have jumped. Well, I don't know why. Again, I'm not sure why Ty was 100-1. So maybe that was it. Maybe a lot of people realized that he was just way back and was a nice little long shot. So they grabbed him.
And here you go. A bunch of people coming for fuel too. Blaney doesn't have to do that. Logano's already off pit road. Except
okay,
he'll still be more toward the back. But yeah, Penske cars getting some track position here. May not even need a yellow later on for them to move back up.
If Blaney can get into the top 10, he's got a shot. Because he's able to, he's obviously one of the elites, so he might be able to figure out a way to maneuver. But anything outside the top 10, it's asking a little bit too much without a caution.
Looks like they're showing him 14th right now, so depending upon the choose, which lanes they end up going with.
Well, that was before the pit, the driver's pit. They still have Dillon at 10.
That is true. Yep.
And look, maybe I'll talk more about this on Tuesday because I'll be by myself and CJ will be in another country. But I was, and I probably still will, of course, but I was just so, the coverage has just been so bad. After Bubba's wreck, there was no discussion. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if they ever did mention Kyle Busch was out of the race.
I don't think that they did, to be honest with you. Not that I heard, at least.
It's just incredible how bad it is. They don't know what they're doing. It's like they have these former drivers out there and they just talk like if they're talking with themselves and they have no regard whatsoever for the viewer. It's just like, oh yeah, it's me and this, we're just the three of us and we're just gonna, shoot the shit and talk about a race like if we were in our living room and that's it. That's what they're doing. They're talking like if they're in their living rooms, don't understand that you have got to educate the viewer with what is going on in a race where you're in. I mean, you win, you're in. It's the final race of the playoff of the regular season. How much it means. I just don't get it. I just don't understand how bad this coverage has gotten. And we talked about it the other day, and you brought it up. It is so important, and thank goodness for Prime to do what they did, because it's definitely going to have to up the game for everybody here on Fox and NBC.
I sure hope so. I mean, just to give everybody a perspective, after that crash, when I was checking the standings or checking the running order to see who was actually out, who was involved, and all that good kind of stuff, they were replaying Brad Doherty and whoever else was sitting in the pit box when the jet dryer went by and blew a lot of smoke at them, rather than talking about Kyle Busch getting knocked out and the playoff implications and everybody else who was involved as well. And at that point, we didn't even know for sure that Alex Bowman was completely done or not. So just the priorities are very different as to more entertainment and, like you said, joking around versus educating of the implications of what's actually going on the track here.
Yeah, it's just, man, it's a shame. Okay, so let's see. By the way, Jones would break that streak.
Yep.
Since he already has a win. But and Haley as well.
9 to go.
But Preece and Pusher too. So Preece and Gibbs, those would be the win and you're in drivers that would not break that streak. They'd keep that streak alive. How many laps do we have left here? 8?
8 to go.
Okay. Think we're going to get another caution?
I do. I bet you with all these guys that are hungry at the front, we get some really heavy pushes.
Especially since we've got, I mean, they're again, some of them are good, but some of them are not so good. Like even drivers that are considered like the best of our sport, like Larson, Elliott, and even maybe Christopher Bell. I mean, these are not. Let's take a look here. Elliott has never won a race at Daytona. We know about Larson. And Bell has never won a race at Daytona. And then you throw in with those other drivers, and yeah, it's just all I know is I better not see one of those drivers I just mentioned win this race. If I'm Eric Jones, I am panicking that I got Kyle Larson pushing me.
Well, yeah, I mean, Jones is lucky he held on to it from that push from Larson down the back straight. That was really hard.
Because I could clearly see Larson wrecking Eric Jones and then being, oh, I'm sorry about that. I got the lead.
Yeah, I think the strongest ones right now, from my perspective, are Preece and Buescher together, teammates down in the bottom row. Both cars have been able to make moves all day. They're locked up together. It looks like they're pushing ahead of Jones. If both of them can get free, then they're going to dump Haley, and it's going to be a race amongst themselves. Whoa, there goes Jones out toward the wall.
Wow.
Jones is going straight to the back. There goes his chance of winning. He's done.
What happened? He got loose?
Got pushed, lost control, got a little squirrely, went up and lost the draft.
Priest is up there.
There you
Now
go.
here's Priest and Busher almost getting together now, like you said.
Well, now Priest has Larson behind.
Now Priest has Larson, yes. I'd like to see that replay. Here we go.
That was Larson.
It was Larson.
Yep. It was,
of course. What did we just say? He's lucky he didn't start a big accident.
Yeah, he did a great job holding on to it there.
Yeah, all right.
My money's Priest here, 5 to go, even with Larson behind him.
What's that?
So my money's on Priest here with 5 to go, even with.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think our money probably should be on another caution first.
Probably. Yeah, Blaney hasn't been able to move forward at all. Still hanging out 13th.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Super speedway racing, and you can't get in position. We got 35 laps, and you can't get from like 25th. All he's done is get from 25th to like 13th. Gibbs is 5th. Here we go. Here comes the wreck. Gibbs is 6th. So we've got Priest, Haley, Busher, Gibbs, McDowell, and Custer in the top 10. Win and you're in.
Yeah, but nobody besides the front 2 rows can make any moves unless there's another crash, which there very well could be.
I don't trust these drivers the way they're going right now. If we're on that last lap, I just don't trust it. I think we'll get a wreck, and it's going to be under yellow.
Unless somehow Priest and Busher can get together. If those two can get together, they're going to go to the last turn, and then they're going to try to duke it out to the finish line because they're both going for it. But I think that's the only way you get caution free to the end.
Yeah, look at the way it is right now. It's like you just can't. It's like everybody's stuck together.
Cannot move. Yeah.
That's it. One more lap after this.
Now Priest goes.
Oh, why did you do that, Priest? What did you take your eye off the ball?
Dumb.
What an idiot.
That's it. So Busher versus Haley. You got Larson up there.
What an idiot.
Yeah, Custer trying to make a third line work on the outside. Larson
last chance before we get to the one lap.
Here comes Custer. Wow, that top line's coming. Blaney is pushing him.
Oh my God, Blaney made it all the way up there?
Yeah, Jones is behind him too. Jones made
shit.
Sideline.
Look at Blaney. Don't wreck now.
He might do it.
Come on, Blaney, get in there.
He's gonna. Oh, this is
God. He's in position.
Come on,
Ryan. Come on, Ryan. Get around him. Shit, you didn't get enough fucking momentum.
Not enough.
Had it.
Yeah, they got to get it through 3 and 4 here. Haley going up to block the high line. Oh, there goes Custer. This is clear for Blaney. Clear for Blaney.
Ooh, he's in there. Come on, baby. Come on, Ryan.
Push him. That's Suarez pushing him.
Come on, Blaney. You can do this.
Come on, get up there, Haley. Get up there, Haley. Give him a bump. Come on, Custer. Oh, Blaney. It's Blaney. All done. Blaney. Yeah. Wow. And 4 wide.
Holy shit. You're the man, baby. Woo! That was awesome. Holy shit.
Wow.
That was fucking awesome.
Wow. They got that top line working. How did he do that?
I can't believe this. Oh my Lord.
That's great.
And he holds off 3 win and you're in. Alex Bowman is going to go kiss him right now.
Alex Bowman makes it in. Tyler Reddick. No change from when we talked on Tuesday.
Holy fucking! I can't believe this. How I didn't even know where he came from.
Well, he was 13th with 2 laps to go. Yeah, that outside line, just with 2 laps to go, Custer in front, Blaney moved up behind him, Jones behind him. Those were just 3 very strong cars that got the momentum as everybody was focusing in together on the front, on the 2 low lines. They just got a heck of a run that last lap or 2 laps.
And the thing too that helped Blaney clearly was that none of those other great drivers were up there.
Yes.
He had a lot of these, drivers who are not used to being in that position.
Absolutely. Yep.
There's no way he's able to do that if Logano was still up there.
Yeah.
Even though that's his teammate.
Even if Buescher and Preece would have gotten together, they would have been able to hold him off. But yeah, when you got Haley and Suarez and Larson, and I forget who else was up there in the top 3 there. But yeah, Blaney knew exactly how to handle him. Finally got the luck.
I got to take my my Blaney merchandise. Hold on a second.
There you go. Perfect way to go into the playoffs, to get a win, take some momentum into a place like Darlington where he can be good at as well.
Wow. I mean, also to be able to do this live was just awesome. I don't know. I mean, we've never done this live before, and we didn't get I can't. I'll tell you right now, I'm shocked that we didn't get a caution in that last lap the way it was looking with all those drivers who were not used to being up there.
I was expecting one with, under 3 to go. It looked like for sure there was going to be one. There was going to be some banging. They did bang, just not enough to bring out a caution.
It is crazy that the last, because we were talking about it, where's the third line? And the as you said, that was doing nothing. And then all of a sudden, I mean, I wonder if he's going to mention it in this little interview, because I have no idea where the hell that came from, that outside line.
Yeah, just 2 laps to go is where it started taking.
You can hear the interview?
Yeah, I just turned it up a little bit.
Advanced Auto Parts. It's not a bad color. A little black.
I like it.
Attaboy, Blaney.
Don't fall and break your collarbone.
Yeah, don't do that. Yes, please.
Also, news: Connor Zilich, Trackhouse 2026, taking Suarez's ride.
Oh, surprise there.
Yep.
Shocker. And Suarez almost won this race, right?
Suarez was the pusher of Blaney up in the top line. Yeah.
Where did he come from? He was back there with Blaney. It must have been.
He was. And Jones.
I think he was up there. Wasn't he up there early in the race, Suarez?
He was. Yeah. Forgot Discount Tire.
Did he ask him at all about the outside lane?
Yeah, he said briefly that he had an agreement with Custer that if they were able to get to the outside, that he would go with them.
Oh, okay.
And then I think obviously that Jones being back there had a good car that helped them. I don't
Oh, that's right.
back there as well if they would have moved up as quickly.
You're right. If Larson never screwed Jones, Blaney's not able to do this.
I definitely would be in question, that's for sure.
Because Jones was a strong car. I think Jones, I think he was the strongest car of that group.
And Jones finished 5th, right behind Custer in 4th.
And he still got up to 5th.
Yep.
Well, this was awesome, CJ.
Yeah.
It couldn't have ended any better. This just proves, again, there are opportunities for these super speedway races to end, in exciting fashion and come from behind. We haven't seen, that's the other thing. We haven't seen a driver come from behind being that far back in a long time with the next gen.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, so that was really, really thrilling. And again, for us to be able to do this the very first time, we've talked about it an awful lot. Really, really happy about that. And then taking a look at the schedule, let's see. I guess, let's see. So with the cutoff races are Bristol. What's the other cutoff race? Is it Roval?
Roval.
Oh, my Lord. Why would they pick the Roval as a cutoff race? Okay. Well, boy, I tell you what, SVG, if you can get through that.
If SVG can make it through the first round, he's going to be in the final 8, no question.
Okay, so Roval, Bristol. Bristol's been boring, unfortunately. Roval we know about. So I don't know. Talladega, unfortunately, that's not a cutoff race. It would have been nice if it was. But maybe that'll be a race we could do. Maybe we could do Talladega.
I will be back in time for that one.
Yeah, you'll be definitely back in time for that. Unfortunately, that is during football season, so I'd have to take a look. Let's see, when's the exact schedule? Let's see, Talladega, October 19th. So yeah, that's a ways away. No night races except for Bristol. Bristol's the night race. Oh, it's going to be late for the Darlington race.
I was going to say, Darlington's a night race, except it's a Sunday night with Labor Day on Monday.
Okay. And so that's Bristol 7:30 night race. I guess that could be a possibility, but for the most part, I definitely, hopefully we'll be able to hook up at least, once or twice. Again, we've got some options. Unfortunately, Bristol's so boring that I just don't know if, especially, and to tell you the truth, the fact that it's a night race is probably a bad thing because it's so boring that we might fall asleep. But yeah, we got Talladega that hopefully, if we've got our schedules aligned, I don't know. I'm saying I know it's football season, but it's still, the timing's good because it will end around 5:00. So that's good. I like the fact that some of these races on Sundays will end at 5 or whatever, or 6, because that's, you can get through your 1:00 games in the NFL. And then, you don't have to worry about like a first quarter or first half in the set, because I can record all that stuff and then just watch the end of the NASCAR race live if I want to. So maybe we could do something for Talladega, and then, maybe we could do something for Phoenix as well. So I appreciate you joining me here, CJ. I know you've got the family and all, so I have it easy. So I appreciate it. And it was fun spending this time with you, and have a safe trip.
Thank you very much. Congrats on the win for your boy Blaney. It was an exciting one for a change. Glad to see it. Glad to be able to do it.
Hopefully I could cash in tomorrow, because I have some nice money on some parlay with some of these golfers tomorrow. So I'm hoping to cash that in, thanks to Blaney. But you'll be back again in time to watch the race for Gateway, meaning that we'll be on the air with you. Of course, I'll still be doing the Tuesday shows, but you'll be back with me to preview the Bristol Night Race.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, CJ, I'll let you go. Again, safe trip. I hope everything goes well for you. And of course, we can still communicate nowadays with technology. If anything comes up, send me links to if you need to, or just let me know if you need me to use that standard link for rotowire.com, whatever you need, we'll post that. And I look forward to talking to you in a couple of weeks.
Sounds good. I will talk to you soon. Congratulations again.
Appreciate it. I'll close off here in the last minute and I'll let you go.
All right. I'll see you.
Thanks, CJ. All right. That's CJ Radoon, rotowire.com. And thanks everybody for checking in with us here. I know I can see we still have some viewers that are hanging on, and that was just a great experience. So I'm going to need you guys to be with me for the next couple of weeks without CJ. So I'll be on Tuesday. Now, CJ's already recorded his playoff preview. So it actually worked out in a way for CJ too, like Alex Bowman, because CJ had his picks in. Not that he would have taken a win in your in driver to get to the round of 12 anyway, but I have CJ's recorded playoff preview clip. We're going to put that on the show on Tuesday. So I'll be there. I'll give you my picks, my analysis. We'll go over all the championship odds. We'll also, of course, go over the odds for the race. So that we're going to do two things on Tuesday: playoff preview, Darlington preview. We've got CJ's information. You'll get mine. And then the following week will be a lot less busy. We'll just be talking about Gateway, but that's okay. So again, if you guys want to interact with me over the next couple of weeks, the more, the better. And I don't know whether or not airing the show at a different time might give us more viewers, but I'm just going to stick with the 4:00 deal because I want to be consistent. And I think that's the best way to do it. So we'll see everybody Tuesday at 4:00 Eastern as we preview the playoffs and we preview Darlington. And I get to watch the end of this race again with the volume because I had no idea what was going on. Not that I need the announcers to tell me anything, but I just need to start zeroing in on those last 10 or 15 laps again on Ryan and go, how in the world did he do that? But that was excellent. Awesome. It's the thing that I love about NASCAR. That's why I say this all the time. There's so many things that we feel NASCAR can do to make the sport better. There's so many things that bother you about the super speedway races, the way they can end under caution and things like that. There's a lot of things too, where you're watching races where you, like with Kozlowski a few weeks ago, where you feel like you've got a good long shot driver and it looks like Kozlowski's a guy, and then because of fuel mileage you lose, and now we've got this fuel mileage nonsense we've had to deal with this year with this car, and how that's interrupted some really possible wins that we could savor. But every once in a while, we still get that really big win that puts you back to where you want to be as far as a fan of the sport. And I know everybody's different. Not everybody's a Ryan Blaney fan, and I get that. But whether it's Ryan Blaney for me or SVG fans out there, we all know the feeling when our favorite driver wins, especially under these situations. And it's what makes us the fans, and what's the reason why we keep coming back. That's all I can say. And the passion that we have to critique NASCAR, to critique the people who are in charge. It's the reason why we do it. We don't do it just to critique. We don't do it just to be people who want content. We do it because we want to see this sport develop into the sport that we know it can. We know that there's a lot more that this sport can give us on a weekly basis. And we all have our answers. We all have our theories of how it could be better. And we don't like how at a snail's pace sometimes NASCAR can do things. but we also give them credit when they make quick decisions and say, "Oh, okay, yeah, we'll make that change and we'll do it this week." There's things that other series and other sports would never do. Oh, a change? Oh, we'll do it next year. So, but again, that's important to note that every time or any time that we critique NASCAR and we critique what it is that we just don't like about the sport, it's not because we don't like the sport. It's because we do, and we just want to see it give us this type of pleasure a lot more often, because we know it can't happen every week, but a lot more often than it has been delivering lately. On that, I'm going to exit. It's a little late here, 11:23 p.m. Eastern time on a, what is it? It's Saturday, right? Yes, it's Saturday. And it's still Saturday. We got away with the rain too. Okay. Oh, and by the way, that is also maybe a good thing to keep in mind when it comes to, because when it comes next time to potential, how does the radar look? What's the weather going to potentially come into play? Because they didn't talk about the weather all night. And yet the radar had all sorts of possibilities of potential rain at 9 o'clock, as we said before, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And it was just all over the place. And it looked like there was no way, based on the radar, that they were going to get through this race without some sort of a delay. Maybe even if it was just thunder or lightning in the vicinity, something. And yet we got through it. And so maybe this is a lesson that if they don't talk about it and they don't, or here's another lesson, because boy, was I going to come down on them if they started that race like they did at, what was it, 5 or 10 to 8. And we had a delay, let's say at 9 or 10 o'clock. Let's say we had that delay at 10 o'clock. And let's say it just rained for 2 hours. Because again, that's what the forecast was. The radar said, I should say, that once it starts raining, then it's going to be like that for at least an hour or two. And then what are they going to come back at 2 a.m? So that was something that was on my mind when they started at 7 o'clock for coverage and didn't start the race until whatever, 7:55 or something like that. So I that should be an example that if they do that, they had the opportunity. I've seen them, I've actually witnessed it in the last couple of years where you turn it on when the coverage is supposed to begin and they're already like out there on the track. Not very often, but sometimes that happens. And you know why? Because they're trying to get it in as fast as possible because there's potential rain down the road. So when they didn't do that tonight and they had that 55-minute pre-race, I was like, man, they better not do this. I swear, if they stop this race at 10 o'clock and they say it's out, we can't go anymore, the race is called, and the winner is, boy, are they going to get it for having a 55-minute pre-race. They could have started at 7:01. Can't tell us anything about coverage and all that with the TV network. But that should be a lesson that the next time we think that there might be weather and they have like a hour pre-race and they do nothing about it and they just, okay, we're going to do the whole 55-minute pre-race, then that should mean they know something we don't, because they obviously had, as much as we were confused by the radar, they obviously had more information than we did. And it shows you that the weather does suck as far as trying to figure things out with the weather. I had this happen to me earlier this year in a big race. I think it was a few months ago. Oh, it was actually, I think was it the Kentucky Derby? Yes, it was the Kentucky Derby, because the Kentucky Derby, you had, it was a wet track, and I was doing the show, and I had a report from a weatherman from Louisville, Kentucky, and I played the video, and he goes, "Oh, this weather system's coming in, and it'll be out of here by Thursday, and so way ahead of the race on Saturday." And then all of a sudden, it's like it's raining Friday really bad, And then I think it rained, either it rained a little bit on Saturday, or it rained so hard on Friday that the track was just not in good condition, or they got it into decent condition. But again, the point was that even a weatherman in the biggest race of the year, Kentucky Derby, is in Louisville. It's a Tuesday, I think we were doing it, something like that. And he couldn't even give you the right weather 2 days or 3 days ahead. I mean, completely wrong. Not like, well, we're saying this, but keep an eye on this. Completely wrong. And so when it comes to weather, man, it's you would think in this day and age that you'd be able to get some information, but hey, we got through it. It's all that matters. And boy, imagine if we didn't get through it. I would have missed all this. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for being with me. And it was awesome doing it. I hope CJ can do it at least a couple more times. I know I will do it at least once or twice, even if I have to do it on my own. But I definitely want CJ there with me, so because he's the expert. So hopefully we'll be able to get him with me at least a couple more times before the end of the season. So thanks a lot for tuning in. And nothing else going on tomorrow on the channel. And then, boy, we're gonna have all sorts of interviews next week and the next week and a half leading up to the kickoff of the NFL season. I've got wall-to-wall interviews with team analysts. So I'm gonna just be up doing this during the day. Usually we do these in the afternoon and then even in the evening. So if you're into the NFL and you want to hear some of those, subscribe to the channel, obviously, and check with us because, again, I still got, I mean, I'm this close to being able to do all 32 teams to preview the season. So there's only one team that I still do not have some communication going on with. But everything else I've either already done or I'm in communication with to try to schedule something before kickoff a week from Thursday. So, and then we still have, I think, one more college football interview coming up on Monday. That's my Rutgers. So, and I think that's it because college football season is already starting. But then again, once the season begins, then I'll be talking with these same analysts, but in a much shorter, condensed time space, just to preview the game ahead that week. So if you're into football, NFL, college football, you want to be with us for sure. We're going to have a great schedule lineup all football season from Monday, from Sunday to Sunday. We're going to have football coverage like every day from all of our handicappers, all sorts of different shows. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, I'm going to be here too to talk about NASCAR all the way through with CJ. When CJ gets back, starting again with Bristol through to Phoenix. So that's it. I think I said that 3 or 4 times, but that is truly it. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for being with me, and have a nice night.